I'd like to talk to you today about this book, Mastery by Robert Greene. I would highly recommend this book. This is about achieving mastery in any endeavor, whether it's an art form, science, business, any process. And I'm going to read a section of this book. There's a quote by Jose Ortega y Gasset. Among his various possible beings, each man always finds one which is his genuine and authentic being. The voice which calls him to this authentic being is what we call vocation. But the majority of men devote themselves to silencing that voice of the vocation and refusing to hear it. They manage to make a noise within themselves to distract their own attention in order not to hear it. And they defraud themselves by substituting for their genuine selves a false course of life. Jose Ortega y Gasset. Very important for us to write down what we are listening to, what we are hearing, because we tend to forget it. The voice, the inner voice, does not shout at us, it whispers, it murmurs. And if we write down the murmurings of the inner voice, then we have a guide map, with us, which tells us what we should be doing in our life on a daily basis. So when I started listening to my inner voice and writing down what it told me, I found that the amount of information I was getting was very large. I would hear things in my morning meditations, and I started writing them down. So the next problem was, how does one find what one is looking for? And at that point I hoped I could find some kind of system where I could put in these inspirations and ideas, store them, organize them, and act on them. And with the internet, I felt that this would be ideal because it would allow me to communicate with other people that I wanted to collaborate with ideas on. And there was no such system, so we created MeritMine.com, a place to store, organize, and act on your ideas. Merit is basically a positive action. An idea is also in some ways an action, because once we have an idea, we can basically do things about it and create change in our life. So positive idea is a merit.